I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
Yeah, as you get older, you look back and like, man, we inculcated. Like we were like a fish doesn't know it's in water, because it's always been in water. And one thing though, where I came up for a little bit of fresh air. Oh, hey, what's this air stuff? Oh my gosh, I'm a fish. Okay, water. Oh, that's what I've been in this entire time. It's one of those epiphanies, but man, you girls make horrible men. Let me just be real with y'all, as they say in the Confederate States. Y'all, which I do like that. You do make horrible men. You're just really bad at it, okay? And it's such a simple, obvious fact where I don't think I'd make a good woman, but somehow, the previous generation had you all inculcated in the Marxist, socialist, leftist, pronoun, bullshit water that you're going to make good men, that you got to go be men. I'm like, but you're not men. Right? We flip it around. Would I make a good woman? No. Because I'm not a woman. It's just that simple. And I got a comment from somebody, I presume out of the country. I guess he's from Iran, or maybe is Iranian, is somehow related to Iran. Is it something about self-deletion rates of Iranian female doctors? I'm like, well, you don't hear that every day. So I looked it up, and here it is. This is, what is the website? Women Are Force for Change, WNCRI, NCRI Women Committee. Let me guess, you're going to go tell the elephant to be a giraffe, right? It's coming from a pro-female, or what they try to be pro-female website, I presume. And that you don't realize that you're hurting women trying to make them men. I'm not saying women can't become doctors. I'm not saying women can't do certain careers. That's not it. But man, what is the addiction? What is the hard on you all have on, like, you gotta be men in every possible? That's like me trying to become an NBA basketball player and having the whole world tell me I'm going to become an NBA basketball player. No, I'm not fitted for it. I'll have a miserable life trying to become an NBA basketball player. Someone just came up to me, look, you're fitted to be a short, pissed off economist curmudgeon. Okay, now we're talking. Got to play to your strengths, right? I'm playing the role of the man. It's the part I was born to play, baby. That wasn't Zap Brannigan. Who was it? Troy McClure. God rest, what was it? Phil Hartman. God rest his soul. I have thought about writing, it would be a very dark children's book about the giraffe who wanted to be a hippo. It'd be this giraffe that desperately wanted to be a hippo, and it would be dark. It wouldn't be for kids, actually. It would go through all these horrific things to become a hippo. And at the end, I won't even give away it would be dark, because as my mind thought this through, I'm like, well, that's pretty dark. But it's this, you're a giraffe. You're not a hippo. You're a turtle. You're not an ostrich. You're women. I never understood in my entire life. I see the movies from before my time. It looked like women enjoyed being women. That's why I have the illustrious, I think still alive to this day, Sophia Loren. And it seemed like girls enjoyed being girls back then. But man, ever since I've been alive, you girls had to go be men. You're not built for it. And don't, right there, don't say, oh, you just want to impress. No, we're done with that now. We're done with the child talk. Okay. Nowhere are people saying you can't go become whatever, a astronaut or a pilot. We're not saying that. It's just maybe you have proclivities and strengths that you should play to, as well as weaknesses and disadvantages you should avoid. If you try to become something that you're just not cut out to be, maybe you're going to be miserable. So here it is. Rising rates of self-deletion among female doctors in Iran. This is a little bit less than a year old. A staggering 130% increase in self-deletion among female doctors. In recent years, Iran has witnessed a distressing surge in the rates of ending among medical professionals, particularly female doctors. The gravity of this issue poses a significant threat to the stability of Iran's healthcare system. That would pose a threat to any healthcare system. Do you know how long it takes to become a doctor, male or not? Yeah, maybe we all. Okay, I'm trying to think. A girl tries to become an aspiring rap artist. If she doesn't succeed, the world will go on. A lot of women try to become doctors, and you spend medical resources and educational. I'm turning them, and then they're starting to end their lives, or they drop out, which is more common in the United States. So they work part time. That's a load bearing profession. That's an infrastructure. It's a critical profession. And it's over. It's not like, oh, okay, you're stressed out, take some time off, come back. I mean, it's over. When you end it, it's over. There's all, I mean, I hate to be such an economist and so black and white, but that's a tremendous amount of resources wasted. And male doctors up 40%. Danya Ektasad also mentioned that the ending of doctors' lives at their own hand has increased fivefold in the last few years. Before this January, the state-run Etamad Daily wrote in a report that in 10 months, 16 medical assistants ended it. Let's explore the contributing factors. All right, now here's the problem. This is going to come from it's probably a Western women's group. They didn't go over to Iran and ask these people, hey, what happened before Dr. So-and-so ended it? What was she talking about? What were her I guarantee you didn't do the research. I'm guessing, I could be wrong. It's just going to be feminist shit that men are oppressing and blah, 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 which won't address, okay, male doctor ending has gone up too, but women ending has gone up 3 times that amount. Iranian doctors, especially resident physicians, grapple with the grueling work conditions. Extended shifts, often exceeding 30 hours, take a toll on their physical and mental well-being. Resident doctors face inadequate compensation, receiving meager monthly salaries ranging from 80 million to 100 million rials, approximately 100 to 172 dollars. Wait, millions of rials is $172? It can't be 172,000 a year. The demanding residency, 3 to 5 years, exacerbates stress, exhaustion, and burnout. Right. Sorry, ladies. We're designed for that shit. We're designed for it. Financial strain, delayed payments and restrictions on practicing medicine outside the hospital during residency contribute to financial strain. Many doctors take on secondary job to make ends meet, further adding to their stress, lack of mental health support. Despite a high prevalence of depression among doctors, 25% in Tehran, mental health services remain inadequate. I'm sorry. It wouldn't help anyway. I don't, unless Iran's got their act together on the psychology front, but here in the United States and the West, psychology doesn't work. Sorry, psychologists, not sorry. You know, your fucking product doesn't work. Unless it happens to work in Iran. Advocates emphasize the need for better support, including insurance coverage, reduced excessive shift, and accessible mental health. Working less and more pay would do it. But look, hey, last I checked, Iran doesn't have a command economy. They just can't command someone to go become a doctor. Why y'all becoming doctors then if the pay is so bad? Isn't capitalism great when you just let it be? Social status and request. Historically, doctors in Iran held esteemed social positions. However, recent changes have eroded that status. Instances of disrespect from supervisors, mistreatment, and humiliation contribute to feelings of hopelessness. What does that mean? It's like the soccer video I did. What do you mean? Are they yelling at them? What? Self-deletion rates among female doctors in Iran. Resident doctors have turned to social media to raise awareness about their plight. They share stories of colleagues who have tragically taken their own lives. The most recent was the plight of 3 female doctors who ended it, including a young cardiologist in late March and 2 other doctors in April. Wow, even in a larger population, Iran, I'm guessing 150 million or so. It's not a small country, but it's not China. That's a lot. That's statistically noteworthy. On March 23rd, only 4 days after Nowruz, cardiologist Parastu Bakshi ended it in Delfan City in the western province of Lorestan. She had a child. On April 26th, rheumatologist Samira Saidi, 35, who graduated with honors from Tehran University of Medical Sciences, ended it due to work pressure. Okay, so we know this then. We talked around. The day before her ending, she had told other residents of her plan to end it with medication, but was not taken seriously. You should probably take it seriously. This isn't America where I'm going to do it. Oh, you're attention whoring. On April 30th, Zara Maleki Gorbani, 28, female doctor from the port city of Jask in the southern province of Hormozgan, ended it. According to some users on social network, Dr. Layla Modaris Anshai also ended it in recent weeks, but there's no information about her details and the reason for it. Okay, yeah, and here's a pretty young lady. She's cute. She's very attractive. It's sad. I'm wondering if maybe you should just have been a wife. Would that have been better? Well, anything would have been better right now. Cleaning toilets would have been better now. You're dead. Is there an end to these self-deletions? These examples are only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to self-deletion among female doctors. The alarming increase in the number of medical staff self-endings in Iran was previously reflected in the prestigious Lancet Medical Journal under the title Iranian Medics Endings Spark Criticism of Working Conditions. Well, look, they're under sanctions. Iran's a shithole. You got a theocracy that, fairness, probably doesn't treat women all that well. They're not paid jack. It's horrible working hours. Yes, those are all the factors, and it looks like it's increased for everybody. But why 3 times the rate women increase over men? I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna throw it out on the table. You're not built for stress. You're not. Biologically, men can handle more stress. In good times or stable, okay, yes, women can become doctors, of course. But if things start getting stressful, and I'd imagine medical school is, and then you got to pay back the student loan debts, at least here in the United States. And then, okay, it's one thing if you're, turn and cough. It's another thing if you're an open heart surgeon. Okay, that's stressful. And then, at best, you work a fraction what the men do in the West. At worst, you're ending it in Iran. I'm just trying to point out, ladies, it's okay. The unfairness, the previous in the West, that the pissed off, miserable spinsters that hated the fact you were younger and they wasted their lives. I don't know why they lied to you, but they did. They made it sound like being a woman, being feminine, and just whatever femininity traditionally entailed. Vibrancy is the one that comes like, oh, they're vibrant, fun, girly. There's nothing wrong if you want to be a girl or a woman, female. And I do mean feminine, not girl boss. Someone posing as a man, okay? That's girl boss. Someone who's posing as a dude. And again, nothing wrong with you being a couple of corporate, but if you want to be a stay-at-home wife, you can do that. If you like to be feminine, you could. You don't all have to become cops. You don't all have to become firefighters and let all of LA burn down. There's really no point in you becoming that. You don't have to be men. Men would probably face the same problems if we try to be women. And again, not against you all becoming doctors, but this shows there is a difference between men and women. And you could fight it or you could accept it. If you accept it and say, all right, yeah, Aaron's not going to become an NBA basketball player anytime soon, although I should aim for a rap career. How about that? How about if I became, how about weirder things have happened? I became a ballroom dancer. I never thought that would. An author. Flunked out of 7th grade English. God almighty, I might actually be a good rapper. Who knew? But it's pretty safe to say I'm not going to go into the NBA, right? I just wonder what happened. Where did it come from that these pissed off, aged, miserable feminist boomer women said you had to become men? You had to become boys. I don't get it. And why wouldn't you want to be feminine? Like they not the antithesis, I guess the biological or genetic opposite of men. I don't mean like adversarial men, but why wouldn't you look? I see enough dicks in my life. It'd be nice to see a girl in a nice dress, not a hot dress, just a nice dress. Just a woman with long hair and a nice dress. Hey, look at that. That's nice. Look at that. That's not us. Yeah, that's one less penis I had to see today. Yeah. Have you had your fill of the pee? Yes, I have. I went to the gym. I went to the locker room. I've seen enough. Now I'd like to see some women. Iran's Association of Psychiatrists considers the frequency of self-ending among female doctors to be several times higher than the entire population of the country. The association submitted 2 letters to the Minister of Health and Medical Education, but did not receive a response. In this report, the head of the Iranian Psychiatrists Association accused the Ministry of Health of hiding exact statistics of self-endings among Iran's medical staff. Boy, that's, criticize the U.S. At least we don't have a dictatorship, more or less. To be like, hey, people are ending themselves. What are we doing? What's going on? We got to stop this. Of course, one should not expect the regime's officials to make such statistics public. As far as this regime and its officials are concerned, they neither want nor can solve Iran's problems. The only solution to the problems of Iranian women, including female doctors and medical staff, is regime change and overthrow of the misogynist, inhumane regime. Okay, maybe. I'm not going to get into Iranian politics. But man, it doesn't look like if you get into a stressful situation, you girls fare too well. And I'm wondering, what's the self-deletion rate of Iranian women who just stay-at-home moms? What's that? That'd be curious. Self-deletion rates by industry and gender. And you have stay-at-home mom. I'd love to see the self-deletion rate. I'm going to bet it's really low. I bet you that's going to be some of the lowest stuff up there. And look, they're going to, any flack I get here, I'm like, hey, maybe we should stop the self-ending of women. And there's going to be women who are so politically wedded and committed to feminism to the point they're so blindly committed to it, they don't realize I'm arguing against women arguing against women ending themselves. Especially valuable women who are doctors, very valuable to society. Yes, I know there's political and economic problems as well. I'm wondering if, I don't know, lying to women about their nature and tell them they got to all become men. I'm wondering, do you think maybe that's why old women get depressed? Is that why women are depressed at rates higher than men? Just me. I don't know. I do have to write that book. The Giraffe Who Wanted to Become a Hippopotamus. I really should write that book. I got a link to all my stuff below. There's books. There's affiliate link for Amazon. There's my Incogni if you want to have your people take your internet information off the internet. There's courses. Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice. That's open for enrollment in case you guys were interested in that. There's 3 days to enroll in that course and then 45 days to take the course after you enroll. That's about it. Are we back to no super chats again? Look at this. Hey. Oh, YouTube. I found out it's not a lot of people could not donate super chats for whatever reason. I'm going to have to, just for the sake of procedure, I'm going to email customer support at YouTube like, hey, not getting super chats. I've had reports, people saying they'd like to, but you say not working at the moment right now. Is it weird? So tiring. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.